president of Wildcat Management. We are a real estate development, investment company. We also work in venture capital and in some oil and gas. Our latest project is actually located in downtown Dallas. It is one of the oldest historic buildings in downtown Dallas. And the building on Busy Elm Street was empty for almost 3 decades before Wildcat Management got involved and rehabilitated the landmark. My background is I grew up in southeastern Minnesota in a smaller town on the southeastern tip. I actually graduated with 6 people in my graduating class, all women, I might add, all women. And you know, I had this dream of climbing the corporate ladder, going to live in the big city, and I went to university. It was the first time that I had been to a school that large. I ultimately, out of college, ended up briefly in Dallas and then in New York City. I climbed my way in corporate America. I worked for a corporate turnaround that would hire my company to come in and reorganize, work through crisis management. I kind of thought that that was my place. After some time and moving up within 3 or 4 different companies, essentially doing similar crisis management, I recognized that I was working my rear end off, traveling all over, hardly ever home, and maybe I needed to do that for myself. Maybe it was time to put all that energy and motivation into something for myself. So ultimately, I heard about the land of opportunity, Texas. I had an associate who had moved out here that was working in the Barnett Shale at the time. They told me about all of the opportunity here in Texas. And long story short, I packed up my things, I moved to Texas, and started my business. Initially, when I got to Texas, I was putting together oil and gas prospects. I was working with title, I was working with landmen, I was out putting together interest and assembling acreage. And progression from that was to move into real estate. I did that for the course of probably 6 years and then moved into the real estate side. Kind of sounds all over the place, but it was a natural progression, and the last several years have been very, very involved with downtown Dallas and with the revival efforts there.